Despite his ordeal, Cellini executed a brilliant maneuver to put his lifeboat into a low orbit round Ultra, which hurled him back towards Earth. He survived alone in that module for over 6 months. Cellini's module was eventually located and brought back to Alpha. He was on the point of death.
All right, take him to intensive care.
How?
It's incredible he's alive at all.
But he'll survive.
Oh, yes, on courage.
But as Cellini began to recover his strength, the official attitude towards him changed from congratulation to doubt. The story he told of his encounter with the monster was difficult to believe, and the recorded data of the black box cast further doubt on his veracity. As a member of the Space Commission medical team, I began to inquire into the mental state of the patient.
Captain Cellini.
Yes?
Dr. Helena Russell, Space Commission Medical Center.
Welcome, Doctor. I expect you've come to talk. Please, a chair for Dr. Russell. If you've come to hear the story, you'd better be comfortable.
Thank you. Thank you, Captain.
Don't call me Captain. Call me Tony. But you may not want to do that. Depends whether you've come to confirm prejudice or listen with an open mind.
Now, what do you mean?
They don't believe me. They can't. You see, the green-eyed monster from outer space is firmly established in childhood fantasy, like Father Christmas. How can they possibly believe?
Now, look, let's not get off on the wrong track, okay?
The fact is, if a man with a red coat and white beard drove into town, he'd be arrested, certified, unbelievable. And that's what you are going to do with me and my monster, right?
I didn't even mention the monster.
But that's what you wanted to talk about, isn't it?
Now, I don't have anything specifically in mind. I'm open to anything. Father Christmas, if you like.
If you like, Doctor, you came to see me. Maybe in a while we'd get around to my sex life.
All right. You seem fairly keen to talk on a wide range of topics.
I want to tell you the truth, Doctor. I want to tell you that everything I've put down in my report is true. Tentacles, bloodsuckers, fire breath. The whole slimy, fantastic story is true. No wanderings of a sick man. I'm absolutely certain of every detail I've put down. And if the black box data conflicts with my story, then the black box is wrong.
Now, that is a somewhat surprising statement for a rational man.
I'm not a rational man.
And yet you want to be believed.
I want all of you, Koenig, Bergman, Dixon, every one of you to throw out the criteria by which you judge what's real. You've got to abandon reason. You have to believe that I, Tony Cellini, have stood face to face with the dragon. I fought it single-handed and survived. That's what you've got to believe. Now,
Now, come on, take it easy, Captain. Captain?
Please, believe me.
Doctor,
Bad news. There's going to be a full-scale inquiry. Commissioner Dixon has ordered us back to Earth. Their story is Tony bungled the decompression procedure, opened the airlock prematurely, and killed the crew.
Well, that seems a logical explanation.
Well, at least it's easier to believe than a monster, isn't it?
Victor, if the black box didn't record the monster, isn't it conceivable there are life forms our instruments can't detect?
Oh, yeah.
It could have even jammed the black box. Just because we haven't experienced something doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
No, but we're not likely to know that unless we go back for a second look.
No, I think we've got to go back out there. In fact, I know we must. Those spaceships out there can save the space program billions of dollars in hundreds of years. And we know Tony wasn't fantasizing about those, because those contacts are clearly recorded on the black box.
Yeah, but that's all they are. Contacts. How do we know they're spaceships?
Must we disbelieve everything Tony says?
No, of course not. But I mean, here's a man virtually come back from the dead. Only naturally he should have nightmares. It'd be unnatural if he didn't.
Look, I refuse to let them dismiss it like that.
John, I'm afraid the facts are that our probe was a failure and somebody's head's got to roll.
So it's got to be Tony's.
While the balance of his mind is disturbed.
Well, I don't think it is. Not like they think.
Unfortunately, it's Commissioner Dixon who'll be the judge of that.
Morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Oh, sit down, please. Oh. We are in the red, aren't we? Strange that there's nothing like failure for drying up the money supply. Well, I hope we've all got some strong ideas for alleviating the drought.
Commissioner, what about the positive aspects of the mission? Why can't we concentrate public attention on the Earth-like qualities of the planet Ultra?
I'm afraid that vague possibilities don't carry the PR power of a thumping, dramatic failure.
All right, then let's be positive. Let's launch a second probe right away, take our experience and put it to good use by getting right out there.
Before we get carried away with the future, Koenig, we must first concentrate on the past. I want to know what you two think really happened out there.
I'm the only one who can answer that, Commissioner.
Oh, yes?
You've had my report.
Oh, the whole world's had your report. That's my problem.
It's also the truth.
Or an elaborate cover-up for an error of judgment you haven't the guts to admit. Now, what do you say to that?
It's just not true.
Now, I need to know what you two have to say. Do you believe in monsters?
Well, I believe that whatever caused the disaster affected Tony's mind in some way which he can't recognize and we can't even guess at.
Koenig?
Commissioner, we know those ships are out there, and one of them is ours. What we should be asking ourselves is why they're there and what happened to them.
We have a series of unidentified bleeps recorded from the scanner, that's all. As far as I'm concerned, this vision of a spaceship's graveyard is as much the product of a sick mind as a ghoulish monster. So please, let's keep with the facts. Now tell me...